Mike Vrabel, what are you doing, sir? Oh my goodness. These are the days of our lives. New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel has gotten off easy, but has he? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant. We're bringing it back to the old school. This is nothing but a straight old rant from yours truly, Rudy's Rant. Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Come on now, the podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, hype the video. Mike Vrabel spoke to the media last week, earlier this week. Got to say whatever he wanted to say. For some reason, no, we know the reason. He's a head coach of an NFL team that just went to the Super Bowl. And his owner certainly is not going to fire him because his owner has been caught up with his own rub and tug scandal. So he would look pretty ridiculous trying to fire a guy for infidelity when he also did the same and did not fire himself or get removed by the NFL as an owner. So here we got Mike Vrabel, yakety, 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 gets caught up with reporter Dianna Russini at a luxurious hotel in Arizona and hand in hand. And then here come the excuses of this was nothing. They innocent. We're just friends. It was a group of friends all around us. Blase, blase, blase. Mind you, he drove 2 hours to meet with her, with his friend. I don't know how his wife would feel about that rendezvous. Clearly, he's got some splaining to do, Lucy. But here we are, and he gave his little speech, and now more stuff has hit the fan. Pictures dating back to 2020. God, dog, were we in COVID at the time or just about to be in COVID? I don't remember. Did we start COVID in 19 or 20? Yeah, we started in 20, right? Yeah, we started in 20. So March 11th in Tribeca, so in New York City, right before COVID or right at the beginning of COVID. Here we got photos of one Mike Vrabel with one Dianna Russini caught up together doing the smooches right here in New York City. I mean, we can look at this. This is courtesy of page 6, but here you go. Let me bring it back. Take a look. There's Dianna Russini. There's Mike Vrabel. People were watching. My God, they've been having investigators watching this dude for quite some time. They were kissing and they were all over each other. An eyewitness told Page 6, man, this person took pictures years ago. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? This relationship has been going for 8 years, about 8 years from when it's been said. Like they've been doing each other since he was at Tennessee. Since he was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, they've been at it. They've been at it, hand in hand. Such a friendly encounter. You know, there was nobody in there. Nobody knew who they were. I don't even think the bartenders did. Well, clearly, Mr. Photographer there watching them from literally 4 feet away sure as hell did. Reps for Russini and Vrabel did not respond to page 6's request for comment. And then we got this stuff in Sedona, Arizona, hand in hand. Here we go again, the rendezvous again. They have been doing this shit from before she got married to after she got married, and while he's been married the entire time. Oh, there's her cuck of a husband. I hope he's left her sorry ass by now. There's his dumbass wife. I hope she's left his dumbass by now. He's been married since 1999. They're just in an arrangement at this point. It's been 27 years. So they're in an arrangement at this point. But this one got married just a couple of years ago in 2020. She got married in September of 2020. So this was 6 months before her wedding. Mind you, September 2020, we were in COVID. Where are all the masks? I don't even know. They must have gotten married in South Florida or something like that. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Folks, respect. I mean, he's having some difficult conversations with his family, the organization, and coaches and players. They were positive. Oh, my word. Here's the Miss Dianna Russini, who just resigned from her job. So here it says in this article on page 6, they were all over each other at a secluded bar in New York City 6 years before they were caught holding hands and hugging at Arizona resort. As seen in exclusive new pics obtained by Page Six, the New England Patriots coach and the NFL reporter were spotted together inside the dimly lit Tribeca Tavern in the early hours of March 11th, 2020. They sat close to each other while conversing at the bar, at one point appearing to share a kiss. They were kissing and they all were all over each other. He had his ring on. At the time of the photos, he was already married to his wife, Jen, while Russini said, I do, to her now husband, Shake Shack exec Kevin Goldschmidt, just 6 months later. Each has 2 kids with a respective partner. And here the photos again. The sportscaster and NFL coach were very close to each other throughout the evening, according to our insider, who witnessed Russini's legs in between Vrabel's legs. No, it's clear as day. The eyewitness told Page Six that Russini 43 and Vrabel 50 were at the hole in the wall bar around midnight, stayed for at least an hour, flying under the radar. They were having a glorious time. They were giving each other pecks, a bunch of pecks constantly. There was nobody in there. Nobody knew who they were. I don't even think the bartenders did. At the time, Vrabel was working as head coach of the Tennessee Titans, while Russini was an NFL reporter at ESPN. The reporter posted a photo of herself in ESPN's New York studio with host Laura Rutledge just hours before her bar outing with Vrabel, joking and caption, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead walk into a bar. Yeah. Page Six contacted both Vrabel and blah, blah, blah. Neither would comment. Vrabel told ESPN just hours that he will miss day 3 of the draft to enter counseling. Oh, he needs counseling now for maintaining an 8-year or at least a 6-year relationship outside of his marriage. I mean, that's just dirty. That's just dirty, dirty, dirty. I mean, come on. Like, come on. He said, as I said the other day, I promised my family, this organization, and this team that I was going to give them the best version of me that I can possibly give them. In order to do so, I have committed to seeking counseling starting this weekend. What's the counseling going to do? Please explain to me. What is the counseling going to do for you? This is 6 to 8 years of this with this one particular woman, in fact. Why don't you just get divorced and marry her? Why doesn't she get divorced and marry him? I mean, for Christ's sakes. They've been carrying on a damn lengthy ass relationship outside their marriages for years. Years. This isn't like he went to see a hooker or she went to see some gigolo. They're in a relationship. This is something I've given a lot of thought to, and it's something I would advise a player to do if I was counseling them. No, we would hope that you're not counseling anybody because you're a clown. I have always wanted to lead by example, not much of an example. And I believe this is what I would have to do to be the best husband, father, and coach that I can possibly can be. This is not an easy thing for me to admit, but it was one that I know will make me a better person. I appreciate the support that everyone has given me and promise a stronger resolve as a result. Folks, come on. This guy's a clown. He's been caught and caught again and caught again. Someone has got. How has he not been fired? She quit her job. She resigned. No, she got fired. She got fired. She was under massive investigation, and here was the investigation. Look what you got. You got all these photos. And let's look at her resignation letter. Here's her resignation letter. Please accept. I hate all these damn ads on this stuff. It's like, Jesus. Here we go. Please accept this letter as my resignation from the Athletic, effective immediately. I have come to this decision with deep sadness, but with clarity about what is right for me, my family, and the work I have spent my career building. You and I have already publicly addressed the recent attacks. They're not attacks. So you're a victim too. Attacks against me, and I have nothing to add publicly to what we have said. I have covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I've ever published. Not the ones on Vrabel. When the Page Six item first appeared, the Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work, and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that follow, unfortunately, commentators and various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from facts. Well, I think we got facts now, sweetheart. Moreover, this media frenzy is hurtling forward without regard for the review process. No, it's been reviewed, as you can see, because there's photos of you with him 6 years ago. The Athletic is trying to complete. It continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks, and I have no interest in submitting into a public inquiry that has already caused far more damage than I'm willing to accept. Rather than allowing this to continue, I have decided to step aside now before my current contract expires on June 30th. I do not do so because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it further oxygen or let it define me or my career. Over a career spanning more than 15 years in sports journalism, at NBC, ESPN, and Athletic, I have built a body of work that I am proud of. I have broken stories, earned the trust of sources across the league, and been guided by the highest standards of professional conduct. That record speaks for itself. I remain grateful to the Athletic for the extraordinary colleagues with whom I have worked there, for the platform it provided, and for the support you showed me during this difficult time. I wish you nothing but continued success. Sincerely, Dianna Russini. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. You got caught again. This has been an ongoing thing for years. You are a lowbrow human being, just like Mike Vrabel is a lowbrow human being. Come on now. This is not, you just had a lapse in judgment. This isn't a 1 day mistake. Mike Vrabel should be fired. Dianna Russini quit because she was going to be fired. She did not want the Athletic to investigate deeper into this and find all of the shit they would find, because they were going to find everything. And here we are right now, and we got now new photos. But apparently, Mike Vrabel is well enough for day one and day two. I mean, the fact that I'm agreeing with Jamel Hill here, holy Lord, I must be sick right now. But I agree with her right here. Holy Lord, look at this. Newsroom. Mike Vrabel won't be with the Patriots for day 3 of the draft as he seeks on. But on the first 2 days of the draft, no counseling is necessary. I agree with her on that one. Apparently, he doesn't need counseling on days 1 and 2, but he needs counseling on day 3. Oh, yeah, I know it's rounds 4 through 7, which nobody really cares about because most of those guys don't actually make the team. So, yeah, here we are. 2 lying sacks of garbage. She quits because she knew she was about to get fired. Please support. Everything in her career has been compromised. Her career is compromised. Her ethics are compromised. You can cheat on your husband. It's a bad look. You're a shitty person if you do that for 8 years, 6 years, whatever. It's bad enough if you get caught once, and if you did it once and it was an indiscretion. But to continue in a long-term, emotionally charged emotion, this is an emotional thing now. You're sharing your emotions with this person. You are in a relationship with this person. It wasn't some guy you met at the bar one night, felt horny, and got knocked up. Got banged. Not knocked up would be pregnant, but banged. This is, you have maintained communication, emotional conversations, blase, blase, and then you cover him and you write stories about him. You're ethically compromised. Everything you have said is ethically compromised. Anything you've ever written is ethically compromised. And he's no better. He should be fired. If she's being held to a standard, he needs to be held to the same standard, because he's been doing this for 2 jobs now. And in fact, if we're going to hold Ime Udoka to a standard in the city of Boston and fire him for having a relationship with who the hell knows, supposedly the wife of the vice president of the team, did he fire himself? Did he divorce his wife? I have no idea. But Udoka got fired for that. He wasn't married. He had a fiance. Yeah, he messed up, cheated on his fiance. He wasn't married. These 2 have been long-term marriages, and they're freaking. Well, Vrabel's been in a very long marriage, and she's been in a 6-year marriage, and she's been cheating from before and after it, and during it. Vrabel should get canned. Robert Kraft, he's looking like a clown. I mean, but what do you expect? This man should be fired. He's not a leader of men. Or maybe he is, because that's what most football players do, But y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, man. But they've been caught again. Like, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, hype the video. Appreciate y'all. This is Rudy's Ring, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.